Good morning, my dear friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Medical Classes by Dr. Srinidhi Kumar Acharya. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also please give your valuable comments. You can also visit the playlist. In the playlist, I have provided almost all the topics so far discussed in a very systematic order. This is quite convenient for the continuous study. Thank you very much. My dear friends, we have been discussing about adolescence and Ayurveda. Some of the important topics related to Ayurveda care of adolescents has been discussed in the last 7 or 8 parts. So today we shall have some introduction about the adolescence in the contemporary science, what the contemporary science says about the adolescence period. Now, in the spelling itself, ADOLESCENT, adolescent. So there itself you can remember many things. A stands for aggression, anemic, and abortion. That means aggression will be the natural thing which is present in the adolescence. But two major pathologies related to adolescence is anemia and abortion. Abnormal sexual relations and abortion, teenage pregnancies, abortion, this is quite common. Detail we will discuss later. D stand for dynamic. Dynamic, yes, definitely he will be dynamic. Personality development will be there. He is developing well, and many times adolescents are also get depressed due to various reasons or even for the silly reason also. No. O stand for overconfident. Many of the time adolescents are overconfident, overindulging. If you give any matter, so they will be overindulging in that. Then obese. Obesity is the pathology. So obesity is a growing problem in the adolescents. Then L first, loud. They are very loud in talking or in action and everything, but lonely and lack of information. All L's are there. He will be loud, definitely he or she will be loud, and lonely. Many times they feel lonely, and what is important is there is lack of information. They want to do everything, they try to experiment everything, but they have got lack of information. And that will be the problem. Then E stand for enthusiastic. Definitely they are enthusiastic. Meantime they are explorative and also undue interest in experimentation. They want to experiment everything. Now yes stand for social. This is the time where the social relationship develop to a greater extent. They want to make a social contacts. Then there will be so many sexual changes. Secondary sexual development changes will be there. Sexual attractions will be also there, and many times they will have some spiritual thinking also. Many times. Now C stand for courageous. Yes, adolescence is really courageous and he will be cheerful, but meantime there will be depression and a switch in the mood will be also there. Concern. They now start showing concern about anything. Maybe a part in the society, maybe in the family. Now they start showing concern. This is a period where they are concerned about the family members, society, friends, etc. Now E stand for emotional. Yes, emotionally they will be very, very fragile. This is a period emotionally. Either they may be upset, they may be overindulging, they may be aggressive. Okay, so eager. They're also eager and also emulating. N stand for nervous. Many times they are nervous and never say no to the peers. Yes, their strong relationship will be there with the peers, friends. So friends take over the place of the parents, and so always they will listen to the peers or friends first. They want to make new friendship, new relationship, etc. Many times this new relationship with the opposite sex may create a lot of problem. Okay, actually this is a natural tendency that they want to make the new relationships, but many times they make this new relationship with or as a friendship with the opposite sex with so many emotional components in that. So that leads to so many problems like teenage pregnancy and all those things. Now T for temperamental, yes, and teenage pregnancy. So this is if you want to remember the total adolescence problems and qualities and their nature and all in few words. Now let's just start with the details. Why adolescents are important? Yes, for us adolescence is very important. So they are the demographic force. Adolescents are the demographic force, and they are the economic force, and they are the future health, and also they are the future citizens of this country, and they have the right to participate. So adolescence period is a very important period, unfortunately quite neglected adolescence period, but in pediatrics now the pediatric age limit is 18 years, so therefore adolescents will come into our category comorbidity. So we have to be very, very careful in dealing with this adolescents. We have to give undue importance for them also. Now, this is characterized by the rapid physical growth. The period is characterized by the rapid physical growth, emotional growth, psychological growth, and as well as spiritual growth. Now, basic worries of the adolescents. What are the basic worries of the adolescents? Number one is grades, okay, then aggression, then midterms, then tuition fees, relationship, bullying, self-esteem, eve teasing, management pressure, and depression. So these are some of the basic worries of the adolescents that we will going to deal. Now, according to WHO says 3,000 adolescents die every day. Very, very unfortunate. According to WHO, it is told that about 3,000 adolescents die every day, and nearly all these deaths are preventable. This is the most disappointing factor. These deaths are preventable, but still we are losing them. 3,000 adolescents per day, not a small number. WHO says. Now, estimated 1:3 million people died in 2012. In 2012, about 1.3 million people died in adolescence period, and most of them are again preventable. 1.3 million people, adolescents, and most of them are preventable and treatable causes. Okay, see, we know that road accident is one of the most common cause of adolescent death in India. Okay, and similarly, suicide is the most common cause of adolescents. See, both are preventable. Both are preventable. So this is a very important thing that you have to take care. Okay, disgusting thing is these are the preventable. It's not like असाध्य व्याधि नहीं है, कोई असाध्य व्याधि नहीं है कि हम उसको ट्रीट नहीं कर सकते, उसलिए डेथ हो गया. रोड एक्सीडेंट्स है, सुइसाइड्स है, क्या है कि टीनेज प्रेगनेंसी है. Therefore, we have to take care. Road traffic accidents are the leading cause of death in 2012. And other main causes of the adolescent death are HIV, sexual problems, lack of sexual education and all, HIV, suicide, then lower respiratory tract infections, interpersonal violence, antisocial activity and interpersonal violence. This is data from UNICEF 2011. And drowning and also diarrheal disorders. So diarrhea and all comes in the later part. In India, if you see, suicide is the most common cause of the death. Okay, suicide is the most common cause of the death, and just like we have given undue importance and weightage for the corona, we need to give a similar weightage for this death in the adolescence periods. Preventable cause, जो दिल को जो दुख देता है वो है कि प्रिवेंटेबल है, बट हम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. सुसाइड, रोड एक्सीडेंट्स. ओके, so suicide is the most common cause of the death. So we have to give equal weightage, just like how we have given the weightage for the corona and we have succeeded in tackling it. Similarly, we have to take the same initiative for this adolescence problem also. Now, 4% of the adolescent girls are undernourished. One more important factor. Now, adolescent girl, they don't know how to take the food, which type of food they have to take, and they even don't know what is the importance of food in this particular stage of secondary sexual development. 4% of adolescent girl in India are undernourished. Anemia most commonly. 25% of the adolescent boys are undernourished. 25% undernourished will be there in the adolescent boys also. Now, early marriage issues. Okay, there may be early marriage issues. Early marriage issues 26%, and less than 15 years, and 54% in between 18 years. So sometime early marriage issue will be there in the adolescence period, maybe from the familial side, society side, whatever. That's about 26%, and in between in less than 15 years, but in between 15 to 18 years, this early marriage issue in adolescence period is 54%. Okay, 20 to 30% of the boys are sexually active. Now, sexual inclination is not a bad thing in this particular period, but sexually active and sexual experimentation, so that is the matter of concern. About 20 to 30% of the boys are sexually active. Now, 10% of the girls are sexually active. 10% of the boys are sexually active. दूसरों को लेके करा दीजिए ना, डाल दीजिए. 10% of the girls are sexually active. 59% of the adolescents are knowing about the condoms. 59% 9% of the adolescents are knowing about the condoms, and 49% of the adolescents know about contraception, and 4.5% are drug abuse. One more major problem in adolescence period, and adolescents abortion rate is about 1 to 4.1 million to 4.4 million abortion in the adolescence period all over the world. If you see 1 million to 4.4 million, not a small number. No. 50% of all the HIV positive new cases are in the age group of 10 to 24 years. One more shocking news. 50% of the HIV positive cases, new cases which is coming out, it is in between 10 to 25 years of the age. Adolescence is 0 to 19 years. Probably it has been taken, it has been contaminated. The person is contaminated during the adolescence period itself. Now, early adolescence, we know that the age is 10 to 13 years. Middle adolescence is 14 to 16 years, and late adolescence period is about 17 to 19 years. So youth 15 to 24 years, young people 10 to 24 years. These are the different calculation. Now, what do you mean by early adolescence? 10 to 13 years. 10 to 13 years is the period of early adolescence. Especially early adolescence is very important for the girls, especially there will be development of the thalarche, adinarche, etc. And the growth spurt of the development of the secondary sexual organs, that will be seen in the early adolescence. Middle adolescence period is about 14 to 16 years, and this is a period actually separate identity from the parents. Child want a separate identity from the parents. Most of the time, previously child was sleeping with the mother, and now child, that means that adolescent in the middle adolescence, usually adolescent boy or girl, so they prefer to sleep separately. That means they want a separate identity. This is one example I am giving. Similarly, in eating habits and everything. Now, new relationship with the peer groups with the opposite sex. There will be inclination towards develop newer relationships. It may be with the same sex or it may be with the opposite sex also. So there will be desire of experimentation will be there, very, very common in the middle adolescence period. And intellectual development is also equally seen. And if it is correct, rightly handled, this will be okay. Otherwise, it may lead to some intellectual problems also. In the late adolescence, 17 to 19 years, the distinct identity will be there, and well-formed opinion and ideas will be developed in the late adolescence period. A 19-year-old boy, so he is able to take its own decision, which is good, which is bad, which is right, which is wrong. Okay, so he identifies. That means there is a development of his identity. He also gives some opinions, decisions, etc. Now, parents has to understand these changes which is taking place in the adolescence girl or boy, and we should not simply scold them, you don't know everything, keep quiet. No, it's not like that. Give some respect to their ideas, their decision, their suggestions also. Now, one more big problem in the adolescence period is they consume less food due to the lack of time. Now, lack of time means because of the study, because of the work, or because of relationships, because of the friends group and all, they find lack of time, and that is also peak period of study also, so they consume less food. Okay, food pads and fast food culture. Nowadays they go outside, there's an outing, and with the friends they eat something like fast food and all. They will not take the healthy food or energetic food, so they only take the tasty food. Okay, so very little information about the nutritive value of the food. So usually adolescents, they know very, very less about the nutritive food concept. Okay, whichever tasty they will go into consume, and they never know about the nutritional value of the food. Adolescents girls have to be prepared for the future motherhood also. Adolescents girls have to be prepared for the future motherhood also. So usually we have to give some tips for the future motherhood also, because production of the healthy progeny depends upon the healthy adolescence period also. Okay, usually parents, especially mother and other ladies, elder ladies present in the home, so they time to time they have to alert the adolescent girl about her future responsibilities, how she has to maintain the body nutrition, body stature, body exercise, etc. Now PCODs are very common nowadays because they spurt in the adolescence period itself. Okay, because of lack of exercise and faulty food culture and abnormal lifestyle. So elder ladies should advise them. Peer pressure and media influence is maximum very difficult to control, and some families adolescent girl eat last and least due to ignorance and poverty. This is another part of the story. Okay, somewhere there is they don't want to eat in spite of having all the money and all the facilities. Another side is they don't have the money and facility, therefore not able to eat. So these are the two corners. Experimentation in the field and so many other problems related to this, so that we'll going to discuss in the next class. Thank you very much.